Right here was where the children played. Now the children don't answer questions, but they do light up the meter to show us they're here. Now it's kind of like a stranger danger thing. They were never allowed out of the fort unless they had adult supervision because of the Indian attacks. And they will stop following us at a certain point because they knew they couldn't go anywhere outside the fort. Now the fort was actually used, like I said, to protect us from the Seminole Indians. It also stored sugar and molasses and the rum that was made with all this stuff to keep it safe from the Indians because that's what they wanted, was essentially the rum. But Fort Braden actually was built by the Bradens. I don't know if you've heard of Braden Castle. Anybody heard about Braden Castle? You never heard about Braden Castle? No. Okay. Well, the castle actually was built by Joseph and Hector Braden. It is actually, if you wanted to go see it today, in the middle of a trailer park, in a fenced-in area with a historical marker, you'll see a couple rocks. The people in the trailer park don't like you to come visit it. That's all that's left of it. But it was built by them. They also built the fort, and they also built the original pier. So we're going to walk a little bit further. Good night, children.
Good night.
And I'm going to tell you a little bit more. Now, up in there where this driveway is, I'll tell you more about the fort in a little bit. We actually used to, when we first started walking, we came to a little girl that was 10 and a half, and her name was Pamela. Well, unfortunately, we have one of our team members that's able to cross them over, and with children, we try to cross over if we don't like to see them by themselves. But Pamela actually stopped right here. This house right there in the corner, diagonally right there, you can kind of barely see it, you can see the light in the window, is actually 102 years old. It was built for handicapped and disabled children. Now Pamela came from there. Her parents actually dropped her off and never came back. Back in those days, that's what they did. Now to, as they said, cure them, they used electrical shock and ice baths. Now the ice baths is what we think killed Pamela because she says she died from coughing. So she either drowned or she caught pneumonia or something. But it was really interesting. One night we had a group of people and one of the ladies had her little tiny chihuahua named Lollipop, and we had a little girl, and the little girl was getting tired of walking, so she sat down right here. Immediately her meter started going off. Nobody else's did. The dog got in her lap, the meter really went crazy. And so everybody's like, well, why is she getting it, not you? I said, circle around her. So they all circled around her, and immediately their meters all started going off because the little girl and the dog were drawing the attention for a child, you know, I mean, it's normal. But it's, I mean, since we've had the team member come down here and talk to her and ask her to go into the light to find her parents, we have not been able to communicate with her since. So we think that's funny, or interesting. But this